This is East Midlands Today with Dominic Heel and me, Anne Davis.
Our top story tonight, a grieving husband accuses medical staff over the death of his wife.
Alison Taylor died from a blood clot days after giving birth.
Mr. Taylor sincerely hopes that no one ever has to endure the trauma and pain that his wife suffered.
The Christmas tipple that can kill, but just how much fake booze is out there?
Plus, how in Bakewell they're preparing for Christmas, both here in the church and down in the town.
And I'll be keeping you up to date on where we could see some snow tonight.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Thursday's programme, live from the East Midlands. First tonight, a grieving widower says that he is convinced his wife would still be alive today if more had been done to spot the blood clot that killed her.
Alison Taylor from Leicestershire was only 29 years old and died just 16 days after giving birth to her third child. Speaking at the end of a two-day inquest, her husband Darren said he would be taking legal action. Our health correspondent Rob Sissons was in court.
Evie will never know her mother. 16 days after she was born, Alison was in the bath when she shouted for help.
She was blue, her lips were all blue around the edges. Lifeless, really. I asked the ambulance man, what's it looking like, mate? And he just said it's not looking good. And he said he gave her this clot busting drug and he said it could work, but it's not, you know, he can't give no guarantee.
Attempts to resuscitate Alison were in vain. 11 days earlier, a midwife had sent Alison to the Leicester Royal Infirmary suspecting she had a deep vein thrombosis. But the doctor wasn't convinced. He thought it looked like muscle pain. He admitted misunderstanding internal guidelines. And as it was a Saturday, an ultrasound scan wasn't available.
The pathologist who carried out the post-mortem told the hearing that there probably was a deep vein thrombosis in Mrs. Taylor's right leg, and that if a scan had been done on or around the time she went to the Leicester Royal Infirmary, then she might still be alive.
Darren Taylor had told the inquest how his wife, still worried, had gone to her GP twice, but that each time her puzzling symptoms were diagnosed as muscle pain. The coroner recorded a narrative verdict. It was a blood clot, a pulmonary embolism that killed her, originating from a deep vein thrombosis.
An investigation has been carried out by the Primary Care Trust and the Hospital Trust, and recommendations have been made. But for Mr. Taylor and his three children, it is too little, too late.
Darren's solicitor says the family's planning legal action. Left to bring up his three children alone, there's a huge hole in all their lives. Rob Sissons, East Midlands Today, Leicester.
Next tonight, Derby has been given a huge jobs boost after one of the UK's largest call centre companies announced plans to create 700 new positions in the city over the next 6 months.